So what's good, everyone? Hoping everyone is having a good one. First off, I'd like to apologize for the previous Avengers video, number 13. I did not know that I cut off the audio for the second portion of the video. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you go ahead and click on the Avengers playlist, or just click on the previous video before this one and you will see it yourself. But the good thing is, instead of just cutting it out and not leaving anything there but just the game audio, I put some nice little beats in the background that you guys could jam to and watch me basically hit some shots and some bombs, etc. You guys already know what we're saying. But we got Jason Kendall making his debut. You guys saw our lineup. We got a pretty stacked out team. Now, I'm gonna say some things about Jason Kendall that I found out about him off rip, or do a little card review on him. Now, if you don't know how to get Jason Kendall, which is probably going to be the most important thing to let you know off rip, is you go to moments, signature teams. Once you complete all the signature teams moments for the NL teams, or beating the NL, it's named, you get 96 overall signature series. Jason Kendall, he plays catcher, and he's a pretty speedy catcher, has pretty good defense, and has great contact vision, and the power is alright. Here he is making his debut. He's gonna start it off with a double in the gap for us, so I was very happy to see this outcome, especially off of a signature pitcher like Nolan Ryan that pretty much shrinks the vision of most hitters since his K per 9 is so high. Now let's do a little card review on Jason Kendall. Now we're gonna do card reviews on an, I want to say, letter grading scale. So overall, I'm gonna give Jason Kendall an A. He's gonna be a great card. There he is again, hitting a line out. So great card if you want some line outs. Nah, just kidding. But I think overall, if you're a budget team, free to play, and don't have your cap at catcher, I think Jason Kendall is an amazing option that can definitely just sit there. He's like, not exactly a Mike Piazza, because he doesn't have the power that Mike Piazza has, and I wouldn't really consider him much of Tony Gwynn either, just because Tony Gwynn has 125 contact versus both sides, so Tony Gwynn is 100% a better contact hitter. The closest thing that I think you can actually go ahead and give someone like Jason Kendall is probably going to be a signature series Ichiro Suzuki with a lot more power. That's basically what he is in my opinion. So I'd say a mixture between signature series Ichiro Suzuki in terms of contact, but he drives the ball. Let me tell you that. Jason Kendall, he can drive the ball. If I wasn't basically wasting my entire time playing all these moments on CPU, I probably would have been able to, rip some more pitches, etc. But the change in pitch speeds from veteran to all-star, even though it's minimal, it still impacted me in a way that prevented me from basically putting my full potential into this card. But as you guys can see, he's hit 3 balls. All 3 balls have been hit pretty well. First one was a double, second one was a line out to the right fielder, and then the third one was a deep fly ball to the center fielder. So I got a little bit under the third one. The second one, it was just a line out, nothing we could do about it. But overall, he is a pretty good hitter. Like I said, I'd call him the upgraded version of Ichiro Suzuki with a lot more power than Ichiro Suzuki, or a lot more pop, I want to say, in terms of the hit speed or exit velos. That's what I would consider him. I wouldn't consider him a Tony Gwynn, because Tony Gwynn to me as a player is a whole different animal when it comes to just getting base hits or driving the ball in general. Anyways, we're going to continue on this game. It's tied 3-3 right now, and I was getting a little frustrated because pitches that I was squaring up, they just weren't going anywhere. But look at that cannon from Ronald Acuna Jr. MLB The Show had disrespected the man in order to prevent him from going diamond, and finally they paid him his due justice and gave him that arm strength and arm accuracy, and he lasered out Frank Thomas. Why that dude was going to second base, I don't know honestly, but he went to second base regardless. And this is what I'm saying with Tony Gwynn. I'm not sure how many times I've shown him hitting, but each time I show a player, they usually get a hit, unless it's the debut of a player like Jason Kendall, which this is his 4th at bat. That right there was my fault. I was looking for a really good pitch to hit. I got the pitch that I wanted. I just reacted late. But in general, I'm telling you guys, he's an A. Why he's an A? He plays catcher. He blocks the ball pretty well. In this game, he blocked the ball extremely well, I must say. He has great speed, excellent speed, I would say, for a catcher. So those two are instant positives. And then his contact is amazing for a catcher. So contact is really the meta of this game. Power is great, but not as great as contact. So just having those threes at A's puts him at an A overall. His power is more of like a B plus, which means he doesn't really have that, oh, if I square it up, I'm gonna hit it out with, but he has enough to, you know, drive it in the gap and get yourselves a double. Anyways, regardless, this is a pretty good card. If you don't have that 99 overall Mike Piazza, which I would assume most of you guys don't, then I say get this Jason Kendall, and you don't have your cap catching, just get this Jason Kendall, put him starting at catcher, and you'll be solid because it's a base hit or a double every time you square up the pitch, and maybe sometimes you'll actually even hit it out. And he has great speed, so you'll never need a pinch runner off the bench to replace your catcher. Only person you'll need a pinch runner for is to replace that fat boy of Frank Thomas. But anyways, we ended up taking the W 6-3. Was a pretty good game in my opinion. Could have done better, but hey, this is my first ranked seasons game or MLB The Show game in forever.